Dom's new girlfriend will make an appearance, and Roman Reigns will start a new group with 2 stars. 4 WWE predictions following Raw. WWE Raw this week was another exciting event. WWE revealed some major matches for its upcoming May 10 premium live event, Backlash 2025, during the broadcast. As Jey Uso's first opponent, Logan Paul was made fun of, and the War Raiders defeated the Judgment Day. In the WWE Raw main event, Sami Zayn was abused by Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. After what happened last night, it will be interesting to watch what the corporation does next. Here are 4 audacious predictions for WWE following Raw to pique interest. Paul Heyman betrayed Roman Reigns by teaming up with Seth Rollins to help him win at WrestleMania 41. Last week, the Visionary and his new muscle, Braun Breaker, mercilessly tore into the OTC. Now Roman could attack the Architect with his own group. Given that the heel stable also harmed the best in the world and the honorary use, the OTC could team up with CM Punk and Sami Zayn to fight Rollins' new alliance. On WWE Raw, Roman Reigns will make a historic announcement about CM Punk. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker viciously attacked Roman Reigns at last week's Raw, shocking the WWE Universe. Since Paul Heyman's startling betrayal at WrestleMania 41, Reigns has been without supporters. However, there are serious reports that Roman Reigns will shortly make a big statement, partnering with none other than CM Punk to fight back at WWE Backlash 2025 on May 10, after tonight's Raw program. Over the years, the conflict between the OTC and Punk has been well known. Despite their past confrontations, they have never really trusted one another. But with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins in their way and the Wiseman betraying them, Reigns may be forced to put his trust in CM Punk. It's going to be an ideal faction. Backlash may include a tag battle between the OTC and Punk vs. the Architect and Breaker, which would be an exciting event that WWE fans won't want to miss. Sami Zayn, meanwhile, made news on Raw tonight as well. In a scathing promotional video, Zayn dubbed Seth Rollins a Roman wannabe and refused to join his new vision for the WWE. After a fierce battle between Zayn and Breaker, the referee forced to break up the bout, giving Breaker the victory. Despite his current involvement in the feud, Zayn has stated that he intends to win gold without assistance. Roman Reigns may see CM Punk as his greatest chance to fight back, given the unclear future of the bloodline and the attention of former allies like the Usos on the World Championship scene. Seth Rollins and his innovative squad may face significant challenges at WWE Backlash 2025 if the Tribal Chief and the best in the world unite. Nothing has been formally confirmed, therefore these are only conjectures. Everyone is waiting to see what Roman will do next. But fans were thrilled to see the baddest woman on the planet in the squared circle on a regular basis when she made her WWE debut. But Ronda Rousey, the former UFC bantamweight champion, soon rose to prominence as one of the most contentious performers in WWE history. Fans believed Rousey had what it required to succeed in WWE after she and Kurt Angle faced Triple H and Stephanie McMahon at WrestleMania 34. But it didn't take long for the rowdy to turn on fans and even fellow wrestlers. It was during Rousey's 2019 feud with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair that the professional wrestling community began to turn against her. In a plot that merged into real life, Flair and Lynch in particular had problems with each other in the narrative, and the women decided to vent their frustrations on social media. Rousey notoriously vented to her followers on her YouTube channel. In a video, Rousey referred to wrestling as fake, which infuriated not just her followers but also other WWE employees and others in the industry at large. Other wrestlers who can't stand Rousey despise her for a number of other reasons, even though the fake comment didn't make her popular with people like Dutch Mantel and WWE Hall of Famer Theodore Long. These include her performance in the ring, her quick rise to fame despite some believing she didn't deserve it, and even her appearance on the E! Network reality show Total Divas caused problems behind the scenes. Booker T, a WWE Hall of Famer, expressed his disapproval of Rousey's fake remarks, which infuriated many in the industry, on his Hall of Fame podcast in April 2020 with now AEW star Christian Cage. Rousey's remarks were a slap in the face to the women backstage, according to Booker. But it was another incident involving Rousey's entourage that truly irritated the Hall of Famer. During WrestleMania 34, where Rousey made her in-ring debut alongside Angle, the five-time WCW champion said on his podcast that he had a run-in backstage with Rousey's entourage. While others in catering were watching WrestleMania on a monitor, Booker clarified that he was backstage in catering during the event and only wanted to watch a small portion of the Masters competition on his phone. He claimed that as he was listening to the competition, a member of Rousey's entourage urged him to put down his phone because Ronda was ready to start wrestling. In contrast to the cacophonous throng of people back in catering and the activity on the screen, Booker claimed he was surprised and that his phone wasn't that loud. He claimed that he was taken aback by a backstage employee who was ignorant of proper conduct in the culinary industry and in general. Booker claimed at the time that he had no problems with Rousey and that he didn't even think she knew about the incident. Former WWE SmackDown General Manager Theodore Long is another WWE Hall of Famer that does not have a strong affinity for Rousey. Long questioned if Rousey had been worth WWE's investment in April 2023. Long stated on WrestleBinge by Sportskeeda that he didn't want to try to guess what kind of ratings Rousey was or wasn't attracting. He also mentioned that she was a nice person when he first met her, but he acknowledged that he didn't think she showed any interest in professional wrestling. In her second book, Our Fight, a memoir published the following year, Rousey discussed her experiences working for Vince McMahon in the WWE up until her exit after losing to Shayna Baszler at SummerSlam 2023. Following the publication of the book, Long spoke about Rousey once more, this time to Sportskeeda, and reiterated his belief that she was a good person, but that he was aware that she didn't give us **** about the business. According to Long, he occasionally noticed it in her advertisements, and more often than not, he saw her rage at the business rather than the advertisement itself. Becky Lynch was one of Rousey's fiercest opponents while she was employed by the WWE, even though the ladies never faced off in a singles bout. The ladies were adept at fusing the story and reality, particularly on social media, and fans thought they truly loathed each other, even though Lynch may have just despised Rousey in the plot. At WrestleMania 35, Rousey, Lynch, and Flair faced off for the SmackDown and Raw Women's Championships in a first-ever winner-take-all main event. Rousey and Lynch attacked each other harshly on social media prior to the match, to the extent that WWE apparently wasn't happy about it, especially given some of the foul language the women used. Rousey's posts are still up on what was once known as Twitter, now X, but Lynch's have been removed. Rousey once exposed Lynch's phony mugshot following her arrest in the plot, and she went on to expose kayfabe by claiming that Lynch had taken fake prison photos in the hallway. Lynch responded with a photoshopped image of Rousey as Tommy Wiseau from The Room, referencing Rousey's uncomfortably poor delivery in promotional materials. She should also refrain from using the term, which stands for fake, according to Lynch. Lynch prevailed at WrestleMania, ending the feud, but Rousey's shoulders were notoriously off the mat. Following the publication of Rousey's critiques in Our Fight, Lynch suggested that the former champion may have been too critical of WWE's writers and creative team. Although Lynch didn't share Rousey's perspective on the business, she could somewhat relate to her former competitor's journey and the way things worked out for her there. By showcasing the WWE women's division, the reality show Total Divas helped popularize professional wrestling even further. Due to schedule conflicts and who WWE and the network wanted to showcase for the best stories in each season, the cast of the show, which ran on the network for 9 seasons over 6 years, changed often. Lana, a former WWE talent, appeared on the show during seasons 6 and 7, although she declared in February 2019 on Lillian Garcia's Chasing Glory podcast that she would not be going back to Total Divas. She informed Garcia that she thought she was removed from the show to make room for Rousey, who made her debut on Season 8 of Total Divas. When it was revealed that Rousey would be joining the show, Lana was caustic on the podcast and wasn't happy about the change. Lana made fun of the baddest woman on the planet and even made fun of Rousey's bronze medal and third-place finish at the Olympics. Since Rousey wasn't the top, Lana claimed that technically she wasn't the best. Rousey was criticized by the ravishing Russian for her hypocrisy, claiming that she had insulted reality stars and the Bella twins while appearing on the same show. Freddie Prinze Jr., a former writer for WWE Creative, didn't like Rousey's performance in the organization, particularly her second stint. The SmackDown Women's Championship match between Rousey and Shotzi at Survivor Series War Games in 2022 drew harsh criticism from the actor. Prinze clarified that Shotzi wasn't at fault, calling it the single worst match he had witnessed in a long time. He claimed that he thought Shotzi did everything in her power to make Rousey seem good and carried her through the match, but it didn't succeed. At the time, Prinze expressed his belief that Rousey was regressing in the ring and that her work was getting worse rather than better. Hello, dear viewers, greetings from my channel. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Lima. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video.